So we had a little problem with the greenhouse last night. So the wind got a hold of one of the windows. I'm gonna just show the horror that I was out here at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to fix. Yeah. So last night, this window was sticking straight up in the air. And I noticed it out the back window. And when I came out, well, as you can see, I don't know if I can, yeah, that sticks. That kind of sticks. As you can see, it kind of pulled the frame apart a little bit. So we got the two panels. We were able to put the panels over top of the raised beds. That one fell that way. It just straight up fell that way. So those came out because it kind of jerked it pretty hard, apparently. Nothing appears to be like broken, which is good news. However, this is not good. So I'm just hoping nothing tries to get in here until I can actually come out here and try to repair it, because it's a little chilly right now. It is 41 degrees in here though. Fan stopped. I'm gonna have to hope. I can't do that now. Probably not gonna have a problem with humidity right now anyway, but the fan stopped. I gotta charge it. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with right now. We had to tape this tarp. Good thing we got the tarp at 2 something in the morning. Actually, it was 1 something / 2 something in the morning. Because it was about 1 something when I figured it out. And we were out here in the winds, ridiculous winds, trying to fix this tarp on top of this here greenhouse. So the happy little greenhouse is sad right now, but everything seems to be okay. We've got life. We've got life. Nobody appears to be really upset. So I mean, there's that. You can kind of see these guys today. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We got a little bit of life. Look it. Yay! So we're doing pretty good as far as that goes. These guys are doing fine. They're not having any issues. So, and then, you know, over here is doing pretty good. There's no signs of life just yet, but I'm just hoping no squirrels decide to come on in and hang out. As you can see, the wind is fierce. And it's really whipping. But the heater does turn on and it keeps everything pretty warm. So no issues there. As we can see, this guy here is still trying to open up. Yay! That guy's getting, there's a couple of them back there getting a little bit more color on them. And then you can kind of see how much sun comes in. And this is an overcast day, so. Plus with the tarp, makes it a little bit darker, but you can kind of see. And then as you can see, these guys are doing just fine. They're not freaked out or anything. This guy had a little bit of powdery mildew going on, which is one of the reasons why I brought the fan in. Seems to be dying back. I'm probably going to cut those leaves off, because I don't really need them. It's not like I'm going to harvest them right this second. And just get rid of that mildew. So, had a little bit of a problem going on with that. Got a little bit of high humidity in the greenhouse, so that's one of the reasons why I brought the fan in. That thing lasted pretty much all night on one charge. And that was straight out the box. So I highly recommend that thing. And I'll have to figure out, it's a mobile, it's a little really cheap fan that I found on Amazon. I'll have to put that on there. And then the little Govee guy, I got him to actually measure our temperature and our humidity in here. Which, I mean, it's reading a little different than this guy, but that's okay. So, it's pretty close. No signs of life yet on these guys, which I'm not expecting it too much. It's probably going to take about 10 to 15 days for those guys to really show up anyway. But as far as the humidity being down, obviously, as you can see, humidity has come down from 90 some odd % that it was at. So, kind of a good thing, I guess. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I don't know that I'm going to try and come out and work on this thing today. Because it is just kind of like chilly and it's trying to snow. So, there is that. But I might check on it tomorrow and see about maybe doing something. I think it's supposed to be slightly warmer tomorrow, maybe. If not, I'm just going to have to come up with a way to bundle up and just come out here and work on this. But yeah, I gotta get those back in. And I think we're going to... We had issues with this part anyway, coming loose. So I think we're going to have to just put something that will actually hold that in. Maybe even drill a screw up through the frame. And I hate to do that because then, you know... But this is going to be technically a permanent structure anyway. So I think that's the way we're going. But everything seems to be okay. No big issues. That was the only issue we had, was this window got grabbed and it pulled the frame and caused two windows to pop out and pop those three support frames out. But it seems to be holding pretty good besides that. No major issues. But man, this morning was pretty heavy. So there is that. But everything seems to be going pretty good. Everything seems to be going pretty good. I noticed this guy has got a tilt on him. He is actually tilting towards the top. So he was starting to get some sun and actually going for the sun. But with this tarp, it's probably going to block him a little bit for a minute. So, woo! Yeah, imagine that at 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I'm going to wait until the wind, at least I need the wind to die down before I dive into figuring this out. I think we're going to end up I saw another guy that was on another greenhouse channel that was out there, that he had put support bars across his, and he had a very similar one to what we have. So I think that's going to be the direction I'm going to go in, is to do that. I don't know. He used tile edger to go across his. So that may end up being something we do, at least on the left side of this thing, just to kind of keep that from happening again. Because it was this side that we really had trouble with it staying correct. So we have a slight issue with our patio. It's tilted so that it drains off. So that slight bit of grade actually causes an issue with the frame. It makes it just slightly off. So that probably contributed to the issue that we're seeing now. So we're going to have to shore that up. On this side was the issue we were having, was with these support pieces. So, yeah. That's where we're at. Okay. That's all I got for now. Alright, so the plan that I have now. Woo! I just went and got the solar panel that goes to the fan. And I'll put that in the description link too. I'll link that in the description, and the little Govee guy. But I actually put the solar panel out here. Hopefully it'll collect some sunlight. The plan originally was to hang this guy up here somewhere. I gotta get a command hook for it. was to hang this guy up here somewhere, and then he could actually blow the air continuously. Now, here's the fun part. Oh, we can see some more life coming up. Look at that. Yes, grow, my babies, grow. Anyway, distractions. Anyway, the plan was originally to hook him up here somewhere so that it could actually circulate the air a little bit originally. So that's on hold for right now till I can get this guy back together again. But the heat will actually turn on at some point. The heater can turn on, and if the heater turns on and the fan is running, this is my theory, it will actually help move the warm air around, because we do have the tarp, and as you can see, we've got a, it's not, you know, it's not a solid seal, but we've got a little bit of a seal with the tarp, so it should help kind of keep the heat in. And then also the fact that the tarp is able to absorb some of the light a little bit and kind of help bring it inside. You still have the sunlight able to get in over here and all that, so hopefully that helps, but should be interesting. This little guy here actually has a really cool light on him. You can't see it right now because obviously he's dead right now. But this light actually has 3 different light levels that you can do. And it gets pretty bright, so if I'm working late at night, I can actually run that. Same thing with those lights, those grow lights, I can actually run them. There's the rest of them are underneath that tile there. I'm not going to run the grow light tonight, obviously, because I don't think it's going to be necessary right now. But I will run it at some point. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. Hopefully, because of the fact that the humidity is kind of getting brought down a little bit in here, due to the fact that it is kind of open, we might see a little bit of some of the issues we were having with the powdery mildew and a little bit of moldy situations going on there that we could fix. So that might be something that actually works out. This could be one of those blessing in disguise moments, even though I don't really want too much cold air to get in, because that could be a problem. But for the most part, everybody's happy right now. I'm not too worried about it. I think it's going to be alright. It looks like, for the most part, the main structure is holding, and that's the most important thing. Probably going to have to take these apart. Might do it underneath the tarp just for the fact that it'll kind of protect us if it's like raining one of the days or something like that, that we actually get to get out here. But hopefully the wind dies down and we're able to do something. My baby! I was so panicked when I looked out the window at 1 something this morning, and I was like, okay, the window got blown open. All right, that's fine. I'll just go out there and close the window and make sure it's secure. And then I come out and I open the door to the greenhouse, and I'm like, oh my God! You would have thought I found a dead body. It was pretty horrific at 1 something in the morning. Like I said, we were out here about till probably 2 something. Excuse me, trying to figure out what to do and getting this tarp over top. It was literally like fighting Mother Nature, because we were trying to put the tarp on, tape it down. It took a couple of us to hold it down. We were trying to get the edges. It was me and my mom this morning trying to do that. We were trying to get the edges down, trying to lay down the sides. It was just not having it. It was like it was trying to snatch the tarp out of our hand every time we tried, and then it would pull the tarp back in, and it was insane. So we finally did get a moment where it like just randomly calmed down. And we were able to literally run around the, as you can see, we went mad crazy over here. We were able to run around the, around the structure and get some duct tape on the tarp to actually tape it to spots. And then, so we'll be real careful when we remove the duct tape, but oh my gosh, that was such a challenge. Especially when you're tired and it's like almost 2 in the morning and you're going, I can't believe this! I think actually it was past 2. I think might have even been 2:30, I think, before we came back in. I can't remember. I'd have to ask Mom. But yeah, it was crazy. It was totally crazy. So, that was fun times. Alright. That's all I got for right now. Whew, it's cold. Okay. The wind has died down, but it is stupid freezing cold. And as you can see, there was no additional damage that happened, which is great. And it is 30-something. Whew! It's 30-something actually outside, but the temperature in here is much warmer. I can actually feel the difference when I came in. This guy hasn't gone yet, so I'm probably going to have to turn him off. Hopefully this thing... The idea originally was to stick this on top of the roof so that I could actually gather some light. So I'm going to turn that off so it can charge. Turned off the fan so it could charge. Hopefully it gets some light going on that cell. So I turned that off. The heater hasn't kicked on yet because it hasn't dropped below 40 degrees in here. Hey, look who's trying to open up. It's going to take a while, but it will happen. Let's see here. What we got going on? We don't have anything crazy happening. Oh, we got more stuff that has fallen off of this, so that's okay. That's cool. Because it'll kick these off as it goes. Oh, there goes another one. But we got some new, see how that's getting some new sprouts on it? So that's good stuff. Hey. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. That's just some random butt weed called clover all up in my stuff. But this is doing really good. They look healthy. Fantastic, fantastic. Absolutely happy. Gotta cut the powdery mildew off of these. These are just gonna have to come off because they're just not good. This didn't get it that bad, but this one did. So I'll have to cut those stalks off. I'll come out and do that probably on another day because it's a little cool. I don't really feel like being out here. I'm just in a t-shirt and my sweatpants right now. I do have actual shoes on today. But that's where we're at on things. Nobody looks like they're having any trouble. That tarragon is definitely doing its thing. It's happy even though the situation's not ideal. Looks like the sage may not make it. So we're gonna probably have to get some more sage at one point. But everything else looks like it's pretty happy. Minus, you know, stuff that hasn't come out just yet. This is what this guide is reading right now. Hmm, 63% on the humidity. Interesting. Because there is still a little bit of humidity going on here. You can see the condensation. But it's not like it was, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm going to try to come out here. It's supposed to get up to 37 on Sunday. So I'm going to try to come out here on Sunday and do some work before I got to go back to work on Monday. But I will definitely try to get out here and fix this on Sunday. And I don't know about coming out here today and trying to clean this up. But I might come out here. Might come out here maybe tomorrow for a minute. It's supposed to snow again. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, see that tried to mold there. So I'll have to see about that. I'll have to try to see about that. But that's me mumbling to myself. But everything else seems to be doing pretty good. The mint is really kicking butt over here. It's really on the comeback, so That's good news. I gotta clean up some of the stuff that fell back behind here. And that's where the little top piece, it fell back there. It broke off at some point, fell back there, but I'll have to get some of the debris that's back there. I'll get that with the grabbing tool and then sweep that out the back there. But as you can see, oh, and that's where that lid went. Lovely. But as you can see, for the most part, everything's doing pretty good. This guy stayed intact, which was nice. Didn't have any problems there. I haven't had any issues with the tarp coming off, clearly. So that's good news. We will try to get this thing back together on Sunday, and I have some ideas about how to fix it. I'm going to leave the tarp on to fix it too. I might leave the tarp on since it's winter time and we don't really need to crack any windows anytime soon, particularly. I might leave the tarp on this side just so that the wind won't come up and do that again. I know it's going to possibly leave some residue with the tape as far as the adhesive goes, but in general, I think we'll be pretty okay to leave it there. As you can see, it blows in against this, so I'm gonna try to see if we can't figure out a way to kind of like brace this up, just to kind of fix it, because it got a hold of this window. That's what started the chaos. So we might have to try to maybe put some screws in at the top of that roof, because that's really the only reason why it came in. Other than that, everything else is pretty okay. So, but yeah, hopefully things will work out with that. And then we'll have another year of the greenhouse and see how it does. We'll see how it does in the springtime and in the summer, and then back to fall again, because we'll have everything hopefully established by then, and doing pretty good, have everything reinforced so we don't have that issue again, because that is definitely a problem. But yeah, I want to take a moment to update and show that in all the chaos we have some life. I don't know what that one is. I don't know if that's maybe seeds from the lettuce that I planted prior, but we got some signs of life, so I'm gonna have to work with this dirt and try to get it all fixed up. I'll probably put a little bit of cinnamon just to help too, but yeah, so we got some growth. My ankles is cold. All right. So, as you can see, there's different color tape. Came out yesterday. I was originally going to try to do this today. Came out yesterday because it was supposed to do a little bit of snowing and such and be really nasty. So I decided to go ahead last night. Actually kind of like in the middle of the day, but last night, and fix the greenhouse. We taped the edges down of the tarp to help, but we had to take the tarp off originally to fix it. So we actually have it taped down real good in the front and in the back. And let me explain what we had to do. Let's just go on in now. Oh, forgot about that. I taped it a little too far down. So, ooh, it's nice and warm in here. Okay. Woo! So, fun fact, we had a heck of a time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so fun fact, we had a heck of a time. As you can see, this is the culprit right here. So, I'm gonna have to work something out for his bud. I've got this set at 45 just to see if it makes a difference on the bill, because it only costs like $1 something to run it for a whole month. So here's what I did. I still got to come in here and work on these. I just haven't felt like it yet because it's been so cold, and I've been kind of enjoying my time off before I got to go back to work. But so as you can see, we now have these guys in. We got the panels in, and we got in the bars, the support bars. And you're going to see kind of cinnamon all over the place. That's because I was trying to help with a little the moldy mildew situation. So with the fact that we were able to get these guys together, as you can see, the wind is quite fierce. Because we were able to get these guys together, we were able to kind of like shore it up a little bit. And I did put tape up here. Eventually I'm going to make brackets or something to fix that. But I did duct tape it in place just so that it would be where it should be. But as you can see, it's holding pretty well. And no issues have really come about from this, which is great. I think I'm going to leave the tarp on probably till spring. But you can see where it's kind of putting force on the window a little bit, even with just the tarp on it. So I think that's going to be a good idea to have that, just for the fact that it'll keep it from with these winds, it'll keep it from having trouble. So now we know, probably when there's a windstorm, when there's a windstorm, that we should probably put the tarp on it, and put the tarp on and keep it on there for until the storm at least passes. So that's what we're probably going to do in the future. Probably going to reinforce this structure a little bit, just to kind of help guard against that, so that we don't have to continuously try to strap a tarp on it. We do have a bigger tarp somewhere in the garage, but that's that's what we're hoping for. Is to have it where it's a standalone structure and we don't have to keep putting tarp over it and things like that. So we'll probably have to reinforce it, which this is pretty much going to be a permanent structure, so it's not really that big of a deal. You know, that's just the way things be going. So as you can see, this water is frozen. But I do have some growth going on here. These guys are really perking up, so that might actually make it. It's just going to take it some time. This looks like it's trying to perk up. I don't know, but we'll see. And then we'll see if anything pops up too. That's the other thing that we're going to see. This little strawberry plant is just hanging on, so he's happy. These guys are doing pretty good, minus the situation that happened with this fella. But we still do have some growth going on down there. I don't know if you can see.
That little guy right there.
So we have some growth. I don't know what it is yet. We'll see what it actually is. This guy's doing pretty good. I just did a little bit of cinnamon dusting on here just to kind of help. Same thing with this guy here. As you can see, these leaves are getting massively bigger. So it's doing well. This guy's doing pretty good. This is the calendula. I put a little cinnamon everywhere, y'all. But this guy's doing pretty good, and he is trying to open, so that's fantastic. And then I do have this guy in the back. A little bit more color coming on a couple of those, but I think I'm gonna end up just snatching those. I don't know if it's really worth it. Don't have anything going on over here yet, or here, but we'll see. I am gonna turn this grow light on and have it to run. Not for long periods of time, but I am going to turn it on and have it run. And that might help kind of with the growing in here. Just to kind of help a little bit. And I may end up getting an additional grow light at some point, but right now we're just working with the one. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm not going to do much else. These guys are doing pretty good. I don't think the sage is going to make it at all. but it does look like the oregano might. And then we do have the parsley kicking back up. I don't have any signs of life yet in the basils. Woo! I do have signs of life here. So, and the mint is definitely springing up. That is for sure. Happy right where it's sitting. And I've got it kind of like in a little bit more sunny spot. Also, the tarragon is still doing pretty good on its sprouts. So we're doing great there. This little guy over here in this corner is doing pretty good. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to let it grow and see what happens. But that's doing pretty good too. So we do have some stuff going for us that's actually working out, which is great. But yeah, and as you can see, humidity's come up a little bit. It's 77% right now. Well, 75, 76, 77, somewhere in that range. But it's not as bad as it was. So, because it was sitting at 90-some% in here, which is why we had some of the microbial growth going on. So that does help. It's not as humid in here. I can tell it's not as humid in here, which is really nice. But we'll see what happens. It's going to take some time for everything to kind of come back. And in the springtime, everything will for sure definitely do well. If the seeds don't start over the next few weeks, I would say probably that they'll just lie in dormancy until they wake up in the spring. So, because it'll be warmer then. So we'll be able to see what happens. But that's it for now. That's what I got.